You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. Let's start with kind of the most obvious one, and that's quarterback. Tigers already have two quarterbacks in the portal. Am I to assume that they are going to try to sign a quarterback out of the portal as well?
Absolutely. In fact, they told Walker and Jamie Howard that last week when he went to St. Thomas More, and they were absolutely okay with that. They get it. So that is not an issue at all. And by the way, Miles Frazier, the big offensive tackle that visited this weekend, before coming on, he had just tweeted that he was something at 5:30, and now he changed it to 8:30. So we might have some Miles Frazier news at 8:30 tonight.
And that's the offensive lineman out of FAU.
FIU.
And one of the directional Floridas.
Yeah, he's an All-American, freshman All-American with 3 years to play. And you probably feel the same way I do on it, but I have a hard time believing that any of the previous offensive line coaches would have been in on a kid like that right now. So what is that's a big Brad Davis deal right there. What if he pulls that kid?
Is that? I mean, you're feeling like that's a realistic possibility?
I think they're in it, very much so.
Okay. Miles Frazier gets. So I'm looking at his Twitter right now. So he's going to update at 8:30 tonight. So I guess we'll find out tonight at 8:30 what Miles Frazier is going to do.
Yeah, is it a commitment or a final three? I don't know what he's doing, but something's happening.
Okay.
He had a fantastic visit this weekend. I'm told was out real late with Walker Howard. So they're having some fun.
I'm for it, man. Any other? So look, quarterback, offensive line, other positions in need you expect LSU will attack in the portal?
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do at center? I don't want to have to worry about Fitzgerald West being a true freshman coming at center. I don't want to think about Emory Jones at center, although I think he could play multiple positions on offensive line. Who was the last freshman to play at center? Ben Wilkerson?
I guess so.
Before him, McClure? Get this strong class of offensive linemen from high school and then add a couple of 2 or 3 transfers, and you can get well in a hurry.
What about numbers? Mike, they're at 11 commits. We alluded to, like, there's a couple of prospects who may fall off, a couple you may add before Wednesday. What about numbers looking ahead? In particular, how many transfers do you think they might add to this class?
Well, you're able to get the 25 plus 7 depending on how many you've had go into the portal yourself. And I think they're going to use it in a really big way. And, of course, I think that'll be aided by once they get the coordinators named. And then it's also a deal where you're not necessarily just choosing from the names that we know they're there now. You go through spring football practice and see where the chips fall in. I mean, there's going to be new names added every day. I'm sure they got 2 or 3 guys in the building. That's all they're doing is clicking refresh on a browser all day long, seeing who's in there now.
That's a great point. I mean, if you just think back to the 2018 season, that's when LSU saw a couple of quarterbacks there during that offseason with the competition with Joe Burrow enter after actually into fall camp already. So the portal will be open all the way up through the summer as well. All right, let's talk about this weekend and some of the prospects people are asking. Here's a text came in from Cal Sabo asking about Landon Ibieta, the Miami commit who thinks they might be able to flip him. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I thought maybe we might have gotten a word on him today that he might have already had flipped, reached out to Miami to let him know of his decision that he'd be flipping to LSU. Or maybe he's just going to go ahead and take it to Wednesday and announce it then. But I don't see any way possible he's not in LSU's class.
Okay. People are asking about Quincy Wiggins, as you might imagine. How did it go this weekend, and what can you tell us?
Fantastic visit, and kudos to Andre Carter for maintaining that throughout the recruiting process with Orgeron. But he'll be 9 a.m. on Wednesday.
All right, 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Let's see. Dylan email says, what direction is Trevor Etienne leaning?
I talked to someone at the school a few days ago, and they didn't have an answer for me. I kind of thought that would be a Napier Florida thing with Travis being in Jacksonville. But I don't know for sure. I haven't heard of any interest with LSU with him, but and so that gives you, where did Frank Wilson go as soon as he hit the road? He was in Lake Charles and visiting Citizen. So I'd really like LSU's chances with Citizen with all of January to get that locked in. And the same goes for Jacoby Matthews, who's not signing Wednesday. I have a hard time believing that he won't be an LSU Tiger in the February signing period.
You talking about Jacoby?
Yep,
Okay.
Jacoby Matthews.
Ponchatoula. Five-star safety out of Ponchatoula who has delayed his commitment to February, which certainly bodes well for Brian Kelly and the staff. There's no doubt. What about the kid Law from North Louisiana?
Friday at 3 o'clock. Had a fantastic visit. Talked to his dad last night. Kendrick's not doing any interviews. Might do some interviews, he said, after he announces 3 o'clock Friday. LSU Alabama battle there, I believe. And but LSU would really like to have him. I mean, because it looks like Shaz Preston will probably be Alabama, the wide receiver from St. James.
Okay. So Preston looks like he'll be at Alabama. I was looking at what else we can expect for Wednesday. What are the other names that we need to keep on the radar for 48 hours from now?
I'm trying to figure out who I'm missing. I think we covered everybody.
Okay. And so
yeah.
So for Wednesday, we're thinking that LSU will be at somewhere in the 10 to 13 range. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I'm unaware of anybody that visited this weekend who's still not going to sign on Wednesday, other than Law, who's doing it on Friday because a family member can't make it on Wednesday. So, Quincy, we're going to see what happens with Miles Frazier. And all of a sudden, all things considered, and what a dumpster fire it's been around here for several months, I really think it's going to be a win, to be honest with you. I just do. And then with Harold Perkins isn't going to sign on Wednesday. That's another one that I know Dwayne Thomas, former LSU defensive back in the building's been all over him, maintaining that one for LSU. So they'll have a whole month of January to work him. So there's going to be some big fish. I think we're going to have one of the most interesting second February signing periods we've had in forever.
And it's pretty fascinating, right, Mike? I mean, everything shifted to where but 80% of guys now sign in December. And this is one of those years where just because of circumstance and LSU's pushing kids to February, and a lot of them seem to be reacting to it, like we're probably going to see a much busier February signing day than December.
Yeah, between that and, I mean, just the dynamic this weekend. I mean, where you've got high school kids, but you've got an All-American offensive lineman that's in the transfer portal visiting with high school kids, Frazier. It's just it's a whole new world. And, we're going to be, not only are we going to have those big names that we're going to be following all through the month of January, but the transfer portal is going to make it hugely interesting. So it's going to be for us in the media here in Baton Rouge, between that and two basketball teams, men's and women's ranked, and coaching hires and everything else. Baseball season in early February. We're about to. There ain't no rest.
It's a pretty good time to be in these parts. Arrows are definitely pointing up. Mike Scarborough, he's on Twitter at Scarborough Mike, tigerbait.com. You'll go follow his stuff. Early signing day. We're less than 48 hours away from all of it getting kicked off. Mike, we appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with us today, man. Thanks so much.
Hey, anytime, Matt. Talk soon. Thanks.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.